Good morning, mighty Redbirds. Today is Friday, January 20th, 2023. It's going to be a big night in the nest. Our first STEAM family night is tonight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. There are going to be wonderful stations, exhibits, and I Wonder projects. Come on out for a night of curiosity and wonder. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance with Hannah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Redbirds, it's a bittersweet day for the fall news crew. Today is our last day on set. Although we are sad to say goodbye, it's time to pass the torch on to the spring news crew. We will miss being live on air with you each morning, but we know the spring news crew will be great. They are so excited to start on Monday.
For our final Friday segment, we'd like to say farewell and offer the spring news crew advice for being successful news crew members. Okay, Redbirds, here's your fall news crew.
One thing I'll miss about the news crew is making new friends. One thing I learned is that you should turn your work in on time. My advice for the spring news crew is to turn your work in on time and don't come late. Bye!
Hi, my name is Omar Bearcat, and my favorite part of being a news crew member was being anchor. And one thing I learned was that being on time for the news crew meetings. And my piece of advice for the new news crew members are be creative. Bye!
I am retiring, but I had an amazing time with the news show. My favorite part was being part of the news show and speaking in front of hundreds of kids. A thing I learned from the news crew was that don't be scared in front of the camera when you're talking. And a little advice for the spring news crew is that have fun and don't be scared in front of the camera. That's all for me, Redbirds. So, bye. Have fun, spring news crew. Bye.
I think that my favorite part was being an anchor, and I suggest that when the spring news crew people are very clear when they speak, because if not, they'll have a hard time. And one more thing, I learned so much about technology.
It's time to say farewell. My favorite part of being a news crew member was having this whole new experience, trying out something new. One thing I learned was working with a team is so fun and much more enjoyable than working alone. And my advice to the spring news crew is always pay attention, be on point, because every job matters. And the best part, have fun.
Even though it pains me to say this, it's time to say goodbye. I learned so much about technology, and I love doing our Friday news shows. My advice for the spring news crew is don't be intimidated by all the equipment. It's all really simple to work once you know how. Bye!
I'm leaving. My favorite parts about the news crew were the morning news show when we got to interview people and just spending time with the rest of the crew. My advice for the spring news crew is that everyone messes up and nothing has to be perfect. So be confident in what you're saying and doing. Something I learned was when you're working as a team, it makes things a whole lot easier.
That's all the news for the day.
Keep working hard, give it all you've got, and do your best.
It's the Cardinal Forest way.
Bye!